And we're live. I hope you can hear me. Maybe you can't. Maybe you can not. We're playing Disco Elysium. That's the game. Let me run it back and see if you guys can hear me. It's just too loud or such. Give me a second. Okay, looks like it's working fine. I don't know why, but the frame rate's always less when I have OBS on. I don't know if I can fix it, whatever. Nobody's watching. I'm just doing this to, like, keep track of my events. Anyways, we're playing a new game. Let's go. Let's select archetype. Thinker. Extremely intelligent, very bad with people, knows interesting facts, comes up with original ideas. Sensitive, very psychological, a magnetic personality, but unstable. Might begin to lose his mind. I do love a good psychopath. Extremely physical, interacts with the world through his body, gets things done, but dumb as a rock. What if I did a little bit in everything? What if I made my own? What if I did a little bit out, a little bit out, did a little bit out, did a little bit out? Yeah, what if I'm just bad at everything? Anyways, yeah, I think I like, sensitive. What does FYS stand for? Physique. Yeah, not very smart, is he? I like to think that my guy would be good at, yeah, I think that's good enough. I don't like it if they're at number 1, but I prefer being smart instead of being stupid. Honestly, this is probably, like, actually me as a person. Makes sense. I mess with it. Ooh, okay. Well, I guess we're making it... I guess we're playing Dungeons & Dragons, okay? Logic, wield raw intellectual power, deduce the world. Encyclopedia, call upon your knowledge, produce fascinating trivia. Rhetoric, practice art of persuasion, enjoy rigorous intellectual discourse. Drama, play the actor, lie, and detect lies. Conceptualization, understand creativity, see art in the world. Visual calculus, reconstruct crime scenes, make laws of physics. Psyche. Volition. Inland Empire. What does that even mean? Oh my god, there's a whole paragraph for each and every one. Good thing I like reading. Authority, intimidate the public, assert yourself. Esprit de corps. Connect to Station 41, understand pop culture, suggestion, charm men and women, play the puppet master. The body to control, threaten people, raise the hair on your neck, tune into city. Go quiet planet, love and be loved by drugs. Flex powerful muscles, enjoy healthy organs, endurance. Ready, aim, fire. Okay. So, I suppose let's start with my favorite thing, which is persuasion. So that's like what? Suggestion. Bingo. Boom. How do I... Can I only set one? No, total 5. I guess I could only do suggestion? Okay. That's cool. The Furies are at home in the mirror. It is their address. Even the clearest water, if deep enough, can drown. Begin.
There is nothing. Only warm primordial blackness. Your conscious ferments in it. No larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore. Ever.
Is that a threat?
Never, ever.
Never, ever, ever?
Never, ever, ever, baby. An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
This is great.
Yes, it is.
What was that about the X something?
An awareness creeps up on you. A mass lies hidden in your dead angle, soaking in some lurid acidic sauce. It's bloated and shameful. All of meat surrounding you. This is a terrible line of questioning, and it will only lead to more awareness of the meat thing.
No, I wanted to know about the X something.
Ex-love. Ex-tenderness. It is foolish of you to resurface to the loss. Not after all the damage you've suffered to get here. Some of it irreversible. Stay. Sail with me through the abyss of pelagic zone.
No, I think I want to get off now. You know, like, better to have loved than lost than to have never loved at all, or something like that. I don't know. I like pain, yep, masochism, that's one of my traits, what? And burning light and wanting things from people who don't want to give them to me. Sounds like unrequited love.
Do you really?
A 2 let me off.
You wouldn't like it if I told you what was back there. Why'd you think you had to bludgeon yourself into oblivion? Or did you not sense yourself marinating? Poured so much on yourself. Got a bit carried away, did we, Chef?
The hell are you on about?
Fear and apprehension. You should ask yourself that first.
I don't care. I am an idiot. A brave idiot.
Somewhere in the sore, bloated man-meat around you. A sensation. Like a fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering is firing up again. It wants to walk the desert, hurting, longing, dancing to disco music.
Roll credits.
You can take it. You're a champion.
Mother, help me. There's a head attached to my neck and I'm in it. Please know I changed my mind, taking back the form of somebody. No, I'm not scared. I am a champion.
The
Damn
stench
right.
of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, an ungodly headache.
Who am I? What sort of creature does this to their own mouth? What?
A fiery streak penetrates your skull.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's
trying to
penetrating?
force your eyes open. It's a sound. A clarion call from hell.
Out of the frying pan and into the fire. Who's blaring that guitar, bro? Chill axe. Why am I nude and bent over? Bro, put your fucking pants on. Awesome. This magnum-sized bottle of Commodore Red. 6 of them are at the table. The songs. This reel-to-reel tabler is still on rolling.
You hear it jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants. It says, whirling in rags, on the aluminium key ring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door.
It should.
This fan has two chamber switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades. Or has it been consigned there as punishment? You feel as though this creature is your friend and wants to reattach itself to your neck so that you may continue your adventures together in this strange world.
Okay.
You reach out to grab the tie, but what's this? Diffuse, radiating chest pain. Doom comes over you. This is bad. Feels like sharp stones grinding in your chest and keeping you from moving.
What?
For quite a long time. Still ongoing. Now is a good time to start worrying. Finally, the pressure recedes. You find yourself covered in cold sweat and trying not to move, hoping it will keep you from dying. The blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the target. You swoop up
Hell
against
yeah.
the target. Snap. It's released from your blade. Warning, warning. The necktie is no longer contained. What you have in your hand is a fantastically colourful tie with 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose. A terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. You can practically feel the photons burning a hole in your brain. Your eyes
Ow.
burn with photosensitivity. It's not good.
What, man? Am I wearing the necktie? Hell yeah. Now, why don't you put on a shirt, then boy? Okay. Cool, bro. We have pants. We do not have a shirt. We have a necktie. We have a horrific necktie. You know? That's cool. Okay. Do I not have clothes? Oh, I do have clothes. Yeah, I'd rather not walk out like an idiot. Hell yeah. Can we close the door, please? Sick.
Hello, officer.
The year is 51. Like 2051? Hello, lady.
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips.
Turn your bloated face away from her beauty and just give him a...
No.
There's only one solution to this. You're a businessman.
Wait, I know. I'm a businessman.
The young woman shakes her head slowly.
Chief Technical Officer.
No. You're a police officer, sir.
You're shitting me.
I'm not. Unless you've been shitting us all this time.
All this time.
You've been here for 3 days. On official police business, no less.
And
You
what
didn't
business
say.
is that?
In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
I don't remember being a cop. I never remember anything actually. Wow. Try the expression on her. Let her know. Sure.
Try the expression. Come on, why are you still doing this?
I'm at the store, bloated, gonna, and still, just a long never stop.
Alcohol raises testosterone levels, especially in men. The levels remain elevated after inebriation ends and the pain begins. You see, comfort is only natural.
Thanks?
She puts out her cigarette. She looks back at you, a light glinting off her eyes.
I'm so gonna get stabbed.
And no, it never stops. The by.
Oh. I. Sick. Only thing that's locked.
The door is closed. There is no answer. You hear the shower being turned on. Somewhere inside, a tremendous loneliness comes over you. Everybody in the world is doing something without you.
Why is this dude so sad? Alright? Why is it gotta be me? Don't abandon me, no. Bro, deal with it.
The door is closed.
What the hell?
This door can only be opened with a key or from the inside. Still nothing.
Okay. I not want to push it. Trompele monde. Who am I?
The door is closed.
No morale points into bullish. Hello, wheelchair lady. Ooh. Yeah. Skirt. Oh. Yeah, this jams. No cap. Where it should be.
You should totally seek karaoke here. The first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast, oceanic soul.
My soul is immense. That's the spirit.
And it needs to be heard.
Let's
Through a PA
go.
system. By other people.
What should I sing?
You have not yet stumbled on the right lamentation, but it's out there. It'll come to you. You will wreak havoc with it. Don't worry.
Sure, let's take everyone else side.
Serve them right. Wipe that smirk off their face with your sad, tragic song. Who's laughing now? No one. You have to find something tragic to sing first, though.
Okay. Let's Hey man, I'm as charismatic as they come. Hello, Mr. Bar Manager, sir.
A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down again. That was disdain in his eyes. Even now he's purposely ignored.
Something tells me you don't like me.
Oh no, you're a hero. A real hero.
Could the massive property damage upstairs have anything to do with this?
You're being sarcastic.
Come on. Or did you ride in, take the body down, solve the murder, and not trash my hostel room?
What, did I did all those things?
No, you see, actually, you didn't. You haven't done anything even remotely useful since you got here.
What have I been doing?
No, I haven't seen you around. Not always.
A competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken. The man is trying to mend it. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it. Most likely on a wall. Something about it makes you feel bitter.
What happened to the bird?
Look, your buddy is over there. Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
What do you
He
mean, my buddy?
pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead.
No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
What's the difference?
I have 3 cafeterias to manage. 3. Sylvie tends the bar here, not me. I'm only standing in. She just, you know.
Sylvia's the one
Something
upstairs, isn't it?
And it's not good. That's all you know for now. A competent work looks like the bird. Something about it makes you feel bitter.
Look, your buddy is over there. Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
He pretends not to
Yeah, I
hear you,
thought so.
concentrating on the bird instead.
Okay. One day. Is that Gabriel? Okay. A oracle from DC.
Hello, sweetie.
The cryptozoologist's wife. Zoologist?
You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
Who the flip is he? What's up, my homie?
A bespectacled man in
Kim
an orange
Kitsuragi?
jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. You.
No, let me out!
As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. If an assault were launched on this building right now, if the windows came crashing down and the whole world descended upon you, this man would hurl himself in death's way to save you. You are sure of this, but why?
Who is he to me?
He is your half-brother.
Sure.
Hello. I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
I suppose I am.
You realize he's waiting for your name. This is your chance to come up with a really good name for yourself. Get creative. Conceptualize.
42%, let's do it.
Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau.
Yo.
You instinctively run your hand over the multi-patterned silk
Ooh.
of your tie. Its slickness gives you comfort and reassurance.
Don't worry! Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau is one classy name for one classy cop.
Yo, and like the Thai talks, I'm totally going crazy. My name is Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau.
Yes, well. It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
Yeah, I just talked to him.
If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interview?
I have not.
Okay, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case.
Murder. Awesome.
Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
I don't like dead bodies, no.
Sure. But did you take it down from the tree?
No.
So, the body is still in the tree.
Are you Asian or are you French? I'm confused. So the body is still in the tree, yeah.
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant. It is obvious you would have preferred for the body to no longer be
Look,
in the tree.
look, man, I've been busy.
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
What were we
Go
supposed
to
to
the
do again?
manager. Then we go out back and take the body down.
But I can't remember it.
I can see you drank last night and the night before, and that you are still drunk now. But I have seen officers go through worse. Much worse. If you need something for your headache, there is a general store nearby. But as I say, the dead body should be our #1 concern.
Oh, what if I told you I'm not really a police officer?
We all feel that way sometimes. There is no such thing as a police officer, I'm afraid. What remains is that there is a dead body in the tree. Someone has to figure out who put it there. If we don't, no one else will. But first, we have to take it down. I was sent here to meet a detective from Precinct 41. You have the insignia, the citizens' militia.
What if I went down
insignia
without wearing
on your
clothes?
back. I suppose you could be impersonating him. You could have gotten the insignia from the black market. forged it. But for now, I'm going to set those possibilities aside. I'm not from the Inspectorate General. Internal affairs. And I'm not them. I'm from criminal investigation.
White rectangles.
Yes.
But they're white
They're
rectangles.
not just white rectangles. They bear a halogen watermark with the letters RCM and a pattern resembling the street grid of Ravachol West.
Ravachol West. Yeah, that's French.
I would ask you to step into the headlights of my motor carriage, but again, it's none of my concern. I just need you to do your job.
I don't have a badge.
You mean you don't have a badge?
It's not on me when I woke up.
Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I would advise you to locate it as quickly as possible. But getting the body down should still take precedence.
Let's go.
After you, officer.
Man, I like you already. You're a cool guy.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to him whenever by interacting with him.
Let's go. Party member. Sing karaoke. Report my missing badge. Murder. Backyard. Okay. You know, I've completed nothing. I have accomplished nothing. You know what? That sounds just like me. Yo. Anyways. What was I doing? Right. What is Can we stop? Let's go, my boy. My French, Asian, Japanese boy. Summer door closed for the winter. Why don't we start with getting rid of the corpse? Actually, no, let's stop and see here. Might as well over here.
The man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
Mr. Gart, right?
Gao.
You run this place.
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41.
The harbinger of ruin. As I said, Detective Rafael Ambrosius Costo.
Right. Now, I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene. It also took you a while to call us and report the dead body. It was you.
On a scale from 1 to 10,
Yes.
what's your favorite color? I'd say like a kinda, you know, like it's meh. Like, could be better, could be worse, but no strong feelings on it in general. What was it? Question mark. Quick save.
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What? Of Martinez? No. I live in Jamrock. I
Yo,
only
this place
sometimes
called.
come here
Do you live in a place called Jamrock? That's sick as hell.
This is just one of the many cafeterias I manage.
You
But
went
you still know
3.
your way around, yes? In case you need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective,
Yes.
I have everything. You?
Oh, you mean do I have questions?
Yes, he means, do you have questions for me, like a police officer would?
Where exactly is the
Behind
body?
this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there. That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No need for the keys. The hole is big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry to fit through.
Interesting.
Does he want you to feel guilty of making that hole? It's implied in his voice.
Why did Sylvie go
She
away?
went away because none of your business.
This is the second time we've avoided this
Oh my
subject.
god, what is your obsession with this Sylvie person? Get over it.
Maybe it's he who's obsessed with this Sylvie person.
Alright.
Certain sounds
Now we gotta ask the one kicker question. Yo, who killed him?
I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job.
Did you kill him?
What are you, crazy? Of course I didn't kill him.
Kill? There's emphasis on kill. What did you do to him? Whatever, man. I got my eye on you. This dude seems sus.
Let's go.
Yo,
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
I have money.
No one is saying the multi-pattern necktie you found tied to the ceiling fan can talk. No one. It must be merely imagination.
Whoa.
But
What?
Let's bail! Time to push the eject button! Sounds like a responsibility! You don't like those!
No.
no, don't listen to him. It's madness. Just talk.
Alright. No. We face this head on.
Oh, excuse me. You owe me 130 real.
The IIR, or Inter-Isolary Real, is the global reserve currency. Whatever part of the world you're in right now, it's safe to assume he means you owe him some money.
I owe this person money.
Wow, you're a genius. Yes, that's right. Money. You owe this establishment 130 real.
Luckily for me, I'm broke.
Who does that clown think he is? Arrest him!
You're a terrorist. No. Let's try not making enemies, please. Thank you. What do I owe this place for?
Let's see. 3 nights at a tariff of 20 real comes to 60 real. Then there's the window you annihilated. The
Yeah.
hole in the window was the first thing I saw when I came to work. So don't try to tell me you didn't. That will be 40 real in damages. Another thing you've annihilated is half the bar. You've run a tab of 30 real. Actually more, but we'll round it down to 30 for your hard work maintaining the stability and order of Revachon. That's 60 plus 40 plus 30 equals 130 real. And yes, real is still money.
Yo, my Kai just spoke to me,
No
bro.
one is saying that! No one is saying that Ty can talk! That would be ludicrous! It's just that you should arrest him! It would be wiser! He wants to take your money!
I'm not comfortable with this. Although... Do I want to make enemies with the talking Kai? Sure.
The lieutenant watches you fiddle with your horrific tie. Sweat stains forming under your armpits.
That's very
He
specific.
puts his hand on your shoulder.
If you don't have the money, it's okay. None of us are in this for the wages.
That's cop 4. I haven't offered to pay because I don't have any money either.
What exactly is
What
money?
are you, a philosopher?
Actually. I might be.
Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room, or 8 bottles of potent blend, and 9 packs of
This
oil.
is very patient.
We use it for everything, really.
But what if I don't have any?
There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant Kitsuragi looks for something in the pockets of his orange bomber.
What else? No.
I'm sorry, but he has to pay. I can't let him stay here any longer if he doesn't. If he doesn't have the money by tonight, then...
Maybe you are better off working this from home. You live in Jamrock. right?
Oh, I live in Shamrock. Yeah. I'll see what I can do, man. I'll figure it out.
I'm sorry I couldn't help more. You should take this up with your station. I have a shortwave radio in my car, okay? We have to get this investigation started now.
Good luck.
Man, I'll get you your money, Chief.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it.
Do I even have a home?
But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere.
Far away.
In time or space?
Both.
That doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money.
I live in a dumpster. I don't care. Fuck everything. Hobocop.
Entertain the thought when you get the time. Maybe being a hobo and a cop has its
Hobocop.
advantages.
Hobocop. I can think about it. Temporary research bonus. Maximum composure on gaming and rambling. A cop and a hobo. A hobo cop. Upsides can be shelled, doesn't have to wash, carries himself with a large gusto. Hobo cop doesn't eat anyone or anything. Never pick you up because you don't have a home. Never caravan again. Never again hear you're drunk. Why shouldn't come home, Harry? Go home. You're embarrassing yourself outside. Are there any? I mean, seriously, give me one. Alright, that takes a while. I'm gonna do that later. Okay. Let's get the corpse down, shall we? Can we go through here? Can we not go through here? I guess not. Hello, ma'am.
Hello, sweetie.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
Me, bro.
She is appraising you scientifically, the way she would an exceptional zoological specimen. It's not like that.
Who's Sweetie?
Why, you are, officer.
I'm no Sweetie. Look at me. That's the
You're a handsome man, officer.
damn. Thanks, bro.
Mustache and your chiseled jaw and that silly dimple on your chin.
Dimple or not, I'm a bitter man.
Take heart, officer. You're still a man in your prime.
Seem like
You
that.
must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I completely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
This Lena is wacky enough for the crew. Hire her on the spot.
Seem to be in a chair. Or anything.
Yes, officer. You look rather dazed. Like a stunned fox. But surely things can't be that bad.
She won't judge you, no matter what you say.
I drank so hard I forgot literally
my.
everything.
You know where we are, right?
Yeah, I know.
That's right. And where is the Whirling in Rats cafeteria itself located?
I have no idea.
We're in the city of Revachol, dear.
I don't know deeply squat.
How would I even begin to tell you? Revachol is the most beautiful city in the world. We're fortunate to be here, you and I. I haven't seen very many other cities personally, but everyone says so. Revachol is a rare jewel. This city used to rule the world, though it has seen better days. Speaking of history, you know what year it is, yes?
Spring of 51.
That's right, dear. How splendid. Here, take this pen.
I-
Knowledge should always be rewarded.
Sick, bro.
Her relief is palpable. She was getting pretty worried about you then, but now she relaxed her shoulders.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What
Yo, it's the fucking police. Not kidding. Anyways, some kind of democracy. Free bucket. So greatest most cop regime. Some kind of democracy?
Nope. Sadly not. Revachol is what's called a zone of control, under an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have no government of our own, and what democracy we have is market-driven.
No government helping their cops.
Oh dear. And you were doing so well. There aren't any cops in Revachol, not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been a
What the
complicated
heck
matter
is
since
going
the
on?
revolution. But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the big things to anyone.
She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged.
What's the revolution?
A defeat, I'm afraid. The people of this archipelago tried to build something new, something different. The rest of the world didn't like it, so they came and ended it. This was 42 years ago.
What does that have to do with third nothing?
It has something to do with everything. I really don't know how to explain it better.
I'm just a poor woman, she thinks. What do I know of these things? And how can I help you?
How did I do?
You were doing quite well up until the end there. It does look like you're having trouble remembering things. History and places. Remembering reality in a word. It's very odd.
A sigh. The lieutenant buries his nose in his notebook.
But maybe a fresh set of eyes is what the world needs. While I'm no doctor, such bouts of amnesia are often temporary, so I wouldn't worry too much.
I don't know, I'm a little
She
worried.
means this sincerely. Worrying won't do you any good.
Oh, tell me more.
Someone more educated in sweeping matters. Maybe you should ask.
No. I'm not an encyclopedia. I won't be a guide either. I'm a detective.
I mean, detective. Okay.
Then I don't know. Someone rich, maybe? Wealthy people are educated. Though I don't know where you would find a wealthy person in Martinez.
You seem to be in a chair.
Yes, dear. I'm a paraplegic.
That's kind of
A
weird.
paraplegic is someone with limited or no ability to use the lower half of their body. Paraplegia is caused by spinal cord injuries, like falling from a great height, or a grenade explosion.
Apologize.
That's quite all right. I'm used to people asking questions. I know they're thinking about it anyway.
There is no bitterness in her voice. She accepted the curiosity her condition inspires a long time ago.
How'd you like to roll with me?
Whatever do you mean?
Oh, she's gonna be a wheelchair partner in fighting crime. Backwards.
Sequence killers? Oh my. But I think you already have a partner, sweetie.
Dang.
A partner who needs you to help him get a corpse down from a tree. I can assure you, with absolute certainty, there are no sequence killings taking place in Martinez.
Damn.
Now, gentlemen, no need to squabble. I wouldn't be of much use to you anyway, sweetie.
3 heads of red and 2?
Thank you, but Martinez isn't the most wheelchair accessible place, you see. I'd slow you down. Perhaps another time.
Okay, now I need cash. My brother, my sister in Christ.
Oh, sweetie, I heard your conversation with the manager about your financial troubles. When do you get your next paycheck?
If she could, this woman would feed and clothe you and every other sad and lost person in this world.
Is this mean? Am I taking advantage?
Your deportment remains dignified as you shed a single.
It isn't easy for me to ask to anyone, but I'm at the end of my rope. Any money you could have, tell me.
Sweetie, I only have a few cents on me, but I could give you this to pawn. Just to tide you over.
I appreciate it.
Wonderful. He has a pin.
The pin is round and slightly tarnished. 3 sailboats in bas relief with the sun hovering over the water behind them. A chipped green banner at the bottom reads, San Baptiste, summer,
Dinghy
30.
races, interesting.
Dinghy races.
Where can I find the pin?
Cross the plaza and follow the road along the coast. Down by the water, there'll be a shack nestled against an old stone facade. That's the pawn shop. An old friend of my husband's goes there often. He says the owner is quite helpful.
Sick.
Items that can be pawned at Bird's Nest Roy's appear in your inventory under the Items tab. You can pawn these items when talking to Roy.
What is the pawn?
It's easy. You bring a valuable item to a pawnbroker, who then gives you money for it. You can get it back later for a slightly larger sum if it hasn't been sold, but
I'm guessing that happens if you accidentally sell an important item, which is an interesting mechanic. I'm a good guy. I'm a stand-up
it's
guy.
not an ancient family heirloom or anything, but I suppose it would be nice to get it back.
Grab your phone now.
Of course, dear. Good luck with your case.
The honorable thing to do would be to return to her, buy it back, and turn and save the money. Okay. Hey, Kim.
Yes?
Okay, let's get it down first. Who's popping? Fuck the police coming straight from the underground. Yo, I'm just trying to help.
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with?
I'm so
I
surprised.
don't see a lot of police around here. That's all.
Oh, you have some questions?
Of course. What can I help you with?
What is this fuck the police business?
Excuse me?
She's uncomfortable. Maybe you should drop this line of questioning.
Street sign says fuck the police.
Oh. Well, I didn't write it there. I'm just sitting here.
Tight, man.
Okay.
Who are you exactly?
Me? I am just a gardener.
Cool, what are you doing?
I'm working
on?
I have a greenhouse in the yard there. I've been trying to get some work done.
There's discomfort. She stops mid-sentence.
Oh,
As you probably know, there's a corpse hanging from a tree there. It smells pretty bad, so I have to take breaks.
Don't worry, miss. We are here to clean it up. You can get to work soon.
Thank you. My head is about to explode from all the salts I've had to inhale.
direction.
Since the street sign's messed up? Okay. What do you need?
Corpse.
It's there. In the yard, right through the hole in the fence.
Where am I?
What do you mean?
I don't know.
Yes, sir. District of Martinez. This intersection is called Roundabout North.
He knows where we are. He just wants directions.
Bro, I told you, I literally know nothing. It's up in the
There's
north.
the pier, the Cape Side apartment buildings, some more tenements. Not a lot, really.
It's in the
The
east.
harbor gate. Some kind of commotion, I think. I don't follow the local politics. A fleet store, too.
South?
Some shops and a bridge. The canal bridge leads to the coast, but it's broken, I think. Some kind of accident, probably.
Another side?
Just coast. There's a little fishing village there, and a fish market. But that got closed down ages ago.
What's in the west?
It's just water. No, actually, I think they call it the Martinez Inlet. There are some islands in the bay, but they're hard to reach.
Alright, thanks, bro.
No problem.
I got it
Of
wrong.
course. I won't hold you back.
Her gloves. You get the feeling that you need them. You have a dead body to deal with after all.
Can I borrow those?
Sure, keep them. I have another pair.
Good man. It's worth a thought. Maybe I will retire. Yo, I'm all tripped out, bro. Let's go. Alright, let's fucking get the dead body out. It's been there for like a week. Yeah, not really my my best move. What's up, my dude? Bro, you're throwing stuff at the dead body. That's little R wears a crown, a little below light above the cinder. What's up?
Kuno's got this.
Oh yeah, nappa comfy, Kuno.
Moment of your time?
Can't talk, pig. Shit's coming up strong. Throwing rocks.
Shit coming up strong. That sounds good. Joyous. You should hang out with this kid and see what that juicy shit is all about.
Juicy what?
I mean drugs. The kid's on drugs.
Oh.
Yeah, Kuno, ride the lightning, Kuno.
Kuno's riding it, see?
The rake, Kuno. You should throw the rake at him, Kuno.
The fuck does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener.
Good.
We shouldn't do anything. I don't tempt such forces. You will see.
The kid siblings?
The fuck are you talking about?
The fuck are you talking about?
He's calling us Kuno. He says we're fucking each other.
Nope, that's not what I said. I'm not an arc, bro.
Fuck no. Kuno doesn't buy that shit. Fucking entrapment shit.
Saying a lot of big words for a person who's fucking stoned.
Alright, entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me what you got.
Who's Kuno?
Kuno's Kuno, pig.
So you're first shelf third person?
The fuck are you calling a third person?
I
Kuno's
thought
the
so.
fucking first person.
First person?
He looks slightly confused, but proud, came up with that retort. But right as he's getting distracted, you hear a malevolent hiss from behind the fence.
Watch out, Kuno! He's trying to fiddle you! He's gonna put his hands on you! Help! Pig's got Kuno! Help! Ray!
Help! He's got the Kuno, help!
I'm not doing anything.
Everybody, please! He's digging his dick out!
Jesus.
Escalate, Kuno! His dick is out! You're afraid!
Pig's in aim, Kuno! Somebody, please!
Don't punch him. It's a bad idea. Hi?
Help! Misters, help!
He's having the time of his life. Total ecstasy. Fuck the pig.
He's flashing Kuno! He's showing his genitals! If you don't help Kuno now, it'll be too late!
Nah.
Look,
Whoa.
I know you wanted to hit me. You got that, I'm gonna fuck that Kuno up look. The Kuno's dad gets. The murder look. The rage look.
Can you read my mind, Kuno?
I can. Kuno can smell that violent shit. I know what you were thinking. I'm gonna fuck that Kuno up. I'm gonna shut his shit down. You know what? You should have hit the Kuno, because now you're nothing. You're a joke to Kuno. Kuno laughs at you. King Kuno!
The whole charade was about establishing dominance over you. You backing up means he's succeeded.
Kuno turned you into his prison, bitch! You're gonna be in this shit with Kuno!
No, you're not. We can just leave.
Bitch, you're gonna be in this shit with Kuno forever!
Question?
Okay. Kuno is kind to his bitch. Ask the questions, but remember, this changes shit.
Man.
Click, 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 click!
Empathy legendary. Figure out what's going on with this kid. What do you know about the body?
Shitload, pig. What's your question?
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno!
What do you want to know?
If I were to want to waste my time, which I do not, I would ask them who he is, how he got there, and the usual.
Alright,
You
bro.
have no idea what the usual is. Just ask whatever comes to mind.
No, he is.
Kuno's fucking. Kuno uses the fucking for target practice.
How he got up there.
Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when that shit went down.
Didn't see it.
You heard Kuno. Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Revachol. Kuno wasn't regional.
Where were you?
I don't know. Some fucking Mesk or I don't know. Some other place. Night City. Kuno was in fucking Night City.
Where is Night City?
Kuno gives this info out on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know. Kuno didn't smoke the gimp, if that's what you meant.
Have you seen anyone else?
Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the dirt. That seems pretty fucking suspicious to Kuno.
Yeah, you tell the faggoty, Kuno!
You're testing Kuno's patience here.
Get lost,
Kids often playing here?
Right, pig? This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. What do you want with it?
Right,
Yeah, whatever.
I'll play it.
Kuno doesn't give a shit. Yeah, the kingdom of Kuno. The fuck do you want with it? Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. The fuck about it? You're testing.
get lost,
Kuno's Kuno. You already know that slow shit.
Right, how could I
Kuno
forget?
thinks you have brain damage or some shit. Kuno cares.
Kuno, stop being nice to the pig!
Ease off, see. Don't be telling Kuno what Kuno can do. What else you want, pigman?
He's on your crime scene, bossing you around. And he's been here for some time too. This is where he hangs out. You have to get more out of him. He could be useful.
It seems patronizing. They both seem pretty patronizing. Ammo.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
What's up?
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit out, I think. Looks like it's time for me to go, Kuno. Pig's come to take me in.
I just want to ask, bro.
I'm going away for a long, long time, Kuno. Going away for life.
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
Those strange words you use.
I come from the woods, good David. You don't want to go there with me. You don't want to see what I've seen.
Is that Russian?
Don't be traumatizing her. Get the fuck out of here.
I'll die before I squeal, pig.
Hey, kid.
What's this kid shit? Fucking mind games. I'd rather die than squeal.
Get the fuck out of here, pig.
Shut up, kid.
I'll die before I squeal, pig. Murder was the case they gave me. I'll die before I squeal. You don't want to fuck with me. I got my hands bloody.
You can still see the top of her hat from behind the fence.
I'll die before I squeal.
Okay, man. Okay, fine, let's get it down.
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth. You seem to be holding your breath. A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in, even through your clenched nostrils.
What is that?
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
He's about to blow. Cop's gonna blow, Kuno.
Yeah, I'll throw up.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below, the
Yeah, I didn't think it
smell
would work.
is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth, more instant and more familiar than anything you expected. More fever than odor. It fills your mind, flushing you from within.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw up.
You feel a great force ringing from your stomach. Your body curls and pushes it out, burst by burst, until a pool of vomit lies under your feet, and your throat stings from the stomach acid.
Fucking corpse.
Keep it.
Thanks, bro.
The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head.
Where do we get ammonia from?
That young woman, the gardener, mentioned she used salts for the smell. If she doesn't have any, there might be some in the fridge store nearby.
Acquiring ammonia will provide a modifier to the white chip. Modifiers make checks easier and allow you to retry them.
There he still is. Look,
Okay. Sick, bro. That's all the way on the other side. It's not.
Fuck does Kuno care? Yeah, like a fucking volcano? Yeah. Fucking pathetic.
You're lucky you didn't die there.
Yeah. Kuno's got some advice for you. What are you? Like 80, right? Maybe you should stop embarrassing yourself in front of a fucking kid.
It's a 1 out of 4
It's
chance.
not
Hey!
it's Kuno S.
Interesting.
Kuno S is by far the worst of the two. Kuno has no problem being near you, but the other hides behind the fence, afraid for her life, like she's done something very bad. She came up with that psychopathic scheme of screaming for help before. Kuno just wanted to talk to you about his name. Kuno S was the one who wound him up and directed him. Also, Kuno hasn't stopped talking to you, even enjoys it from time to time. When you talk to the other one, it's like talking to a cornered animal. She only hisses and says murder was the case that they gave her. All in all, Kuno respects madness. You cannot hope to outdo her on that front. You must win yourself a few minutes with him alone.
Fuck you whispering about?
He's whispering too. He's going with it. But watch what happens.
Fuck you whispering about!
If Kuno wants to whisper, he's gonna fucking whisper, okay? Let's whisper, pig.
This is it. You've got it. But be careful. You can still fuck this up. Don't make Kuno look bad in this.
Terrifying, crazy, scary.
Crazy? You don't know the half of it. She's not crazy. She's insane, dangerous. She's smoked a man. She's done people in, probably even pigs.
Oh no.
Stop talking to him! Kuno, I'm fucking warning you! You're gonna get us into shit!
She understands what you're trying to do.
Yo, see? Did Kuno not tell ya? Kuno told ya. Kuno talks to whoever he wants. Talk, pig. Kuno's got it under control.
You did it. They're separated. He's even turned his back to her, so she can't read his lips.
You should have anything to do with the dead man.
Yeah, she would have liked to fuck him up, but she didn't. Kuno wasn't around, and C was with Kuno. Look, Kuno's gonna put you at ease. We didn't do it.
He speaks the truth, my liege.
They're all parts of my head, aren't they? Even she smokes them.
Kuno needs. She killed someone. That's right. C's a killer. Like, actually a killer.
Serious about this kind of
Killing is serious. Always serious about the 488. She's probably killed a pig too. I mean, I'm pretty sure she has.
How many?
Forget Kuno said that. Kuno was just shitting. Kuno was just running his mouth. Kuno's stupid like that.
The creature peers at you both from over the fence. There is something searching in her eyes.
She said she's insane.
Yeah, she's psycho. None of that kiddie psycho. Cat burning shit. She does the real deal.
Whoa.
Yeah. Snuff radio shit. Believe me, pig, you don't want to know.
Language.
Fuck knows. She says it's the song of her people or some shit.
Russian.
Crazy people. The fucking Nakis. I don't know.
I don't know.
Some things are too awful to dwell on. The Nakis and Brunkaris might be some kind of defense mechanism.
She's your sister.
Fuck no, she's not my sister. She's just a stray who got in. Like a mad dog or some shit.
Stray?
Yeah, she was just there.
What was that, Kuno?
She was in the hallway, dripping wet, by the fucking shoe rack, in the dark.
Dude, this kid is terrifying.
Kuno's got no fucking idea. Her hair was all wet. I think she pissed on the floor too. She was there for 3 days, in the corner, every time Kuno went out.
It's kind of terrifying.
I don't know. Someone left the door open. Kuno comes home, and she's sleeping under the desk, under the pile of clothes, like a dog.
What about your parents?
Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit. Doesn't even see her there, or thinks it's fucking Kuno. Shit's all on Kuno.
Kuno S. Two of a kind.
Why is she called Kuno S then?
Cause she fucking looks like Kuno.
You don't know her name.
No one knows her name. Kuno told ya, this shit was Psycho Killer.
Aye.
How's Kuno dealing? Kuno's dealing just fine. He doesn't need you fucking with any of it. C doesn't either. Kuno's got this shit under control.
You need backup? I'm here for you.
Listen. C is Kuno's go-to. Kuno's protecting her. You fuck with C, you fuck with Kuno. You threaten her. You threaten to take her away.
This is what it all comes down to. He needs you to take him seriously.
Okay.
I'm going to kill you. I'll run when you put the cuffs on it, sneak up on you later, and fuck you up. Do you understand?
I can respect
All right.
that.
Now we can do business.
Business?
Yeah? What do you want? Kuno can hook you up with.
Don't hook him up with shit, Kuno.
See? Relax. He respects the Kuno. Kuno made him respect the Kuno. You respect the Kuno, you get all kinds of shit. Kuno's gonna get you hooked on illegal narcotics if you run a little errand for the Kuno. Get you hooked, pig. Get his hook in you. Then Kuno gonna get you hooking for more. Cash in big style. Hey, cooker. And shit, you can even fuck back in Kuno's kingdom. That fucking pile of eternite. It's a secret door, okay? Just pull it up and you can fuck into Kuno's shack. Kuno gets it from his dad. Kuno and his dad are major suppliers. That's where Kuno gets his lightning on. Problem is, Kuno and his dad had a little falling out. Now junkies clawing at Kuno's door. Streets going mad. Kuno's got to throw his dirty popo man at him.
Okay.
Dirty popo man is you. In there is Kuno's violent dad on steroids. Kuno's dad does steroids and speed. If you can take him, you can have half the speed.
Yeah, ain't no way. I can't.
Okay. Kuno's listening.
Yeah, I'm not going in there.
Kuno sees you're too pussy to face Kuno's dad. It's okay. Come back when your balls are big time.
Another sane decision, detective.
Okay, I'm off.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Cool. What is this?
There are several footprints in the mud, left by workmen's, anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here. What do you think you are? A super detective? You're hungover. These are just dents in the mud. No pattern emerges for the time being. Every worker's boots with reinforced toes and hobnails, all over the yard. Isn't this something an industrial worker would wear?
Nothing.
Can I get there?
The pile of eternite looks stranger now that Kuno told you about his pad. Because, unless Kuno lied, you should just be able to pull the panels aside. There it is. You see a shabby little door.
So this is the shack Kuno mentioned. Let's take a look inside now.
Let's go. No, I did not want to go it. It was not my intention.
Be still, my beating heart. It's amphetamine. Sweet amphetamine.
Yeah, I'm not really a junkie.
The lieutenant isn't studying the powder in the mirror. He's studying you.
Someone has taken narcotics here?
Perhaps not. This is below our pay grade, detective. However, see that ladder there? It's probably another way into the industrial harbor, no? The secret path the local kids use.
Okay, let's worry about that later. Let's just get the body done. Let's get some ammonia. Bruh. Pate. Chankhaus.
Hello,
kid?
sir. Step right in. The store is open.
I am the law. Hello.
Are you interested in a new and exciting book?
Kind of store?
It's a bookstore, sir. We sell books, postcards, and some board games. It's called Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold your horses, little girl.
Don't, dude. I know all these things.
You're fooling nobody.
Don't you sass me.
Sir, are you okay?
Is that
You-
a
okay,
question?
sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books.
What's your
My
name?
name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. She owns the store. She's inside minding the register or organising the stock. Feel free to step in and browse our wares.
You're standing here on the pole
I'm
because...
signalling that the store is open. Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance, and biographies of famous people.
A sudden gush of wind turns the pages of the books on the counters. She covers her face, smiling. But she's cold.
I could help by brutally dismantling the free market. Jeez. Can I help?
Kind of you to offer, sir.
What could you do to help her anyway?
Oh, no, sir. I'm happy to help Mum by luring in customers. Besides, I have some hot juice in my vacuum bottle to keep warm.
Shouldn't you be at school?
I do my studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mum keep this place running.
Is it going to school more important?
Mum says it's necessary to do both because it builds character. Mum says a proper worker is dutiful. That's how you get ahead in life. You succeed.
As a business.
Mum says it's peachy. She was a little afraid at first. There's talk about this house being cursed.
Behind her, the window has been boarded up. You sense the boards creaking, twisting for a second. Then some kind of doubt in her tense shoulders.
Cursed in a way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived here, sir. That they all go...
Bankrupt.
Exactly. But we've been doing fine so far.
I don't think curses
They
are real.
shouldn't be, but they seem real. Anyhow, they say that these grounds are doomed for businesses.
Not doomed.
Of course, sir.
What is this
Crime
business?
fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like that. And the work of a policeman or a private detective who's trying to solve a crime and catch the criminals.
I get it.
And it's kind of like a puzzle too. You can guess who the criminal is or how the good guys are going to catch him.
I'm a
You don't
policeman
look
by
much
myself.
like a policeman.
Because maybe I'm not a policeman. What is couple
Didn't
doing?
mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just that you don't look like Dick Mullen.
Look at the guy. I'll never be as
Don't
good as
say
Mullen.
that. He's not even real. You're real.
That's right. A real failure. Yeah, let me just have a mental breakdown in front of this kid, bro.
Cheer up, sir. No need to compare yourself to a fictional character.
Yeah.
You can show me some real deductive police work, sir. Like in the books.
What is romance?
It's the type of book where there's a rich lady and she has to choose between the good man and the bad man. Or there could be a story about a poor lady getting a rich man. It's about man and lady business, sir.
What about a poor man getting a rich lady?
It happens, but usually the guy gets rich in the process. Or should actually be rich himself, but has lost his family property unjustly, like during the revolution or something. Those
Soka.
are unhappy books, for most of the pages. People sad about what they have lost, but then it all turns out just fine in the end.
What if they're both bad?
These are not very common. You can't have a choice between bad and bad. Nobody wants to read a story like that.
What if it's written really
Well,
well?
maybe then it's fine. Maybe if the lady then decides not to pick either, because she doesn't need a bad man. Yes, that would be
That's right. What about when everyone is poor?
That's really not a proper romance story. That's more like everyday life.
Sometimes you gotta write about real
Not
things.
in romance books, sir. These are about nice and pretty people, and everyone is happy in the end. I haven't read many of those. Maybe you should ask Mum.
You think she has one about an excruciating painful breakup?
I don't think it's a romance story if the main characters break up, though.
One where they plunge it towards without pain. I feel like that's gonna destroy my morale.
No, I don't know.
Okay, I'll ask
Yes,
Mom.
she knows books, definitely.
You clearly have issues you need to
No
address.
shit, Sherlock. It's enough romance for
Maybe
me.
some about other books.
I'm gonna. Who are these famous people?
Oh, kings and queens and generals of old, or artists and writers, or musicians, those kinds of people. There's usually something extraordinary about them. I think that's why people read them, to find the secrets of their fame.
Seems like most people who read those books fail to get more famous from reading them.
Reading those isn't the reach more famous.
But
Is
it
it?
does make the famous people more famous.
Famous for vain people. Sure. I mean, I like fame.
Why would they do that, sir?
Because I'll be a superstar cop.
That's so cool. Maybe they'll make you a book cover picture and everything. Standing over a dead body, holding a gun.
Deduce.
The
Bingo.
girl keeps her hands folded, hidden. Why is that?
Keep your hands
What
folded.
do you mean, sir?
She knows where this is going.
You can show them. I'm here to help.
She looks around anxiously. Her hands remain folded in front of her. She doesn't want to show them. The lieutenant stands by, looking at the two of you with little interest. A facade of true professionalism. He is far more intrigued by the situation than his poise reveals.
It's alright.
She brings out her reddened hands, her nails frayed, nearly chewed down to the flesh.
Very descriptive.
And you knew this from me keeping my hands folded?
Super simple for detectives such as myself.
Well, that proves nothing. Anyone could do an easy deduction like that.
She actually is impressed. This is more like a defensive reflex.
You think so? Fine.
You're quite sober.
The lieutenant does not flinch at the comment. He does not flinch even a single bit. He is intensely not flinching. It takes effort.
I'm also sad and my head hurts.
I'm sorry, sir. I hope things get better soon.
There she stands, swaying on her feet, assaulted by the early spring breeze. She smiles at you. The whole situation suddenly feels familiar, somehow.
Stop calling me sir.
No, sir, I can't. It would be too tiring to refrain from it. It's already tiring enough to remember to say it all the time. It's nice of you to say I could stop, though. That's a friendly enough face, most of the time.
If I fail an 80%
You
check,
have absolutely no idea. Familiar? How? You must have forgotten something.
bro, I really failed an 80% check. This is rigged. This is mad rigged. See you around, Annette. Let's try and convince your mother. Oi, oi, oi. What do you know about the murders? Look at my boy Kim Kitsuri.
Welcome to Crime, Romance,
Oh, she
and
looks like my
Biographies of Famous
tech
People.
teacher.
My name is Plaisance. Be welcome, and please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space.
A golden pendant hangs around the woman's neck, in the shape of what looks like a tiny fish head trapped in air.
Jeez. Curious pendant.
Oh
Right?
yes, helps to have an anchor in these times.
So you own
I
so.
am the proudest owner of our little shop of culture.
She has fine-tuned her voice to find the most welcoming approach for attracting new customers. It doesn't work.
Your daughter's.
Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Tell me, was she at her post, doing her job like a proper girl?
Yes, of course.
Wonderful. Did you talk to her?
Yep.
Great. On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you to buy books after talking with her?
Look at 10 out of 10, bro.
Her opinion of her daughter depends on how well she lured you into the store.
My precious, her dedication brings joy to my heart. If you have children, I hope they turn out as great as my Annette.
I mean, this man was free market of Paul Scheller.
God, I've told her not to do that. It's such a disgusting habit. She'll get over it. Anxiety is a part of life.
Part of hers, too, clearly.
Why doesn't she do anything about
She
it?
can, if she has enough willpower. This is what's called growing pains. Life isn't easy. Life doesn't give breaks.
Come on, man. It's obvious she can't do anything about it. You are placing an unnecessary burden on a young child.
What you're doing is wrong, even I know that, and I usually don't know anything.
She stands stiff, and this is a person coming to terms with a new reality. One where they are wrong. It's not easy.
Oh no. Hold on. I need to invite her inside and apologize. She must be freezing out there. There. I don't know what to say to you. My
Let's
husband,
go.
he tries to teach me business lessons. I have what my mother called a dull mind. All this stress.
It sounds like both the husband and the mother treat her the way she treats Annette.
Oh, well, my mother was horrible, of course. Absolutely perverse energies around that person. But my husband...
My husband is completely different, of course.
Is this husband Annette's father?
Yes, my husband is a successful entrepreneur east of the river. If only he were more involved in the business we're running up here. No matter. Soon we'll both be off for Grand Couronne. It's a proper place to live. One of the most peaceful neighborhoods east of Jamron. You may know it for its massive housing projects. Most of the buildings are empty at the moment. It's a great opportunity to get ahead of the crowds. Better times ahead for sure. He made the initial investment. Since then, he's been what you might call a silent partner. Yes, I'm afraid so. A real treat she is. It would be nice if she had... No, we couldn't have afforded more children, really. Not in this economy.
Why not?
We're quite busy people, you know, my husband and I. Quite busy. Children are a lot of work. You don't look like a father, so I don't expect you to understand. I'm sorry. I'm sure you do understand.
Children shouldn't go to school.
She's been too busy, helping me here. So she studied at home this trimester. This is a temporary solution, of course. I assure you, I of all people understand the importance of education. She will be back in school the moment the store takes off.
The woman looks aloof. Her features much softer. Occasionally.
Then why are you talking to me? Everything is on the shelves to browse. Don't you feel compelled to buy anything? See those shelves there? Go. Be drawn.
Type of books.
Everything is on the shelves. Take a look yourself. The shelves compel you, don't they?
She's attempting to mentally direct you towards the shelves. She only wants you to buy the goods. She doesn't care about the books.
Even know.
Truth be told, not really. My sister brings in most of the goods. I'm sure it's all very literary stuff with well-written prose. But you don't learn about the important things in life from fabricated stories.
Where do you learn it?
The truth is available if you just know where to look. And you have to open and free your mind to understand.
Sure, bro.
She smiles and nods, seemingly relieved.
Farewell for now, book peddler. Alright, let's run that check back again.
I'm sorry, sir. I can't talk right now. I'm very busy with my homework. I have so much homework now.
You just can't win. Out of the rain and into the gutter.
There is no flipping way, bro, that I don't.
Because
There
you
we
know,
go.
Jeff. She's been talking to you so openly because you've talked before.
Hang on.
Yes, I used to stand out there all the time before Mother told me to focus on my homework. You've been running around all week without your shirt on, sir, telling people about being a star or something. I don't really understand who those stars are. Of course, you've stopped by a few times. You certainly look better than the last time I saw you.
Thanks, I'm trying.
Yeah, I can see. You don't have party eyes anymore.
Party eyes. Yes, of course. That makes sense.
I'm not surprised children have seen you running around with party eyes on, he thinks. Not at all.
Party eyes?
You know, like a cat in the dark, all big and wide-eyed. It certainly looks odd on a man.
The swiveling eyes of a loony drug addict. That is what she meant. You were probably going into. Fuck yeah. You should get some party eyes right now. Snap those sequins on you, boy.
You mean I've been partaking in
Oh,
narcotics?
baby, that's not what you have to worry about. Worry about the important thing.
Why didn't you tell me you knew me to begin with?
I didn't know I had to do that.
That's funny. Learned something
I'm
about
glad I
myself
could
today.
help you, sir.
What do you do now?
Math. It's really difficult. Like, really. They say you need it to get rich.
Yeah, I'd help you, but I'm
Best
kind
not
of
standing
stupid.
outside in the cold, I guess. Oh, I found something while you were away. I thought this would fit you.
Hey.
Like, thanks for helping out. Not me. The city, I mean. Like a detective does.
Wait, where'd you get it?
Just what Dick Mullen would ask. I got it from behind the curtains. I'm not really supposed to go there.
Hell yeah.
Yes, I bet it looks good on you. Really serious. Right, I have to get back to my homework now. Before Mum notices. Man, this is hard.
Yeah, I hate math as well, you know? Thanks. Now I'm truly dripped out. Everyone looks even better than Hecticlone, whereas Hecticlone is stupid, not even real. I'm real. This guy talks like me. Crazy. Pro. I'm like dripped out. Set a day drip. What if I want to buy a book? I won't. I don't have any money, but what if I did?
These shelves are overburdened with books from the same series. You see the name Dick Mullen over and over. Crime fiction is a disgrace. An asinine misrepresentation of the physical attributes of the arduous everyday work of actual police officers. These books greatly overstate the excitement of police work, glossing over how long it takes to actually follow up on leads and eliminate dead ends. What's more, they completely ignore the psychological hardships of year after year coming into contact with people during the worst days of their lives. Not a single mention of all the stress this work creates upon the officer's family. Detective fiction just doesn't tell the truth at all. Now, would you like a list of all the books found on the shelf?
Hell yeah.
You see Dick Mullen on the job. Get me Mullen. The stool
Okay, I
a
get it.
killing is declared. Dick Mullen in the murder house. The final slide. Dick Mullen in the clock tower. The ordeals of Dick Mullen. Dauntless Dick. Dick Mullen's funeral pyre. the murder of Dick Mullen. Oh no, turns out he faked it to solve a case. Yes, there's also the dame who did it. Farewell, my Mullen. Faking death seems to be a common trope in the Mullen series. Tragedy calls for Dick Mullen. Another one with fake death. And, of course, Dick Mullen, the murderer. In order to catch a murderer, Dick Mullen must become the murderer. Come on, this is not the way real police solve crimes. The real police are some 20 kilometers away, sitting in an armored motor carriage.
Come on, Chester. Tell the story again.
Again? Man, I tell that one at least once a month. It's not that interesting.
The fuck it is. And these guys haven't heard it. You see, Chester here...
Gosh, why?
A very fucking dangerous case, ain't that right, Chester? They almost got you that time.
Yeah, sure came close. Alright, so I was tailing this guy called Francis the Shoe.
After all this, you still haven't found the answer to the one question that matters. Who is Dick Mullen?
Oh, crime, robberies, murders, even sexual crimes. We're fortunate to have Dick Mullen and his stories to sort all that out. You're a police officer, apparently. You should buy all of these. They really do teach a person how to be a proper detective.
Who is Dick Mullen? 42%, let's go! Dang.
But the answer fails. It seems very close by. Pulsating, just out of reach.
Well, I guess no more Dick Mullen. Fascist magic. Romance. Nope, nope.
Reads biographies of famous people. You see a large variety of names, none of which ring a bell. Browsing through all the books with all their names makes your head suddenly. A particularly odd title catches your eye. It reads, High Speed Love, the tragic true love story of Jacob Irv and Alfie Delatraz, by one Cecilia Averbrook. High Speed Love chronicles the romance between two of the finest tip-top tourney racers in history. One of them is the madcap driver, Jacob Irv. His blonde next to Irv's life story, you see a slim biography of an Occidental rock star called the Anti-Star. He's famous for shooting morphine into one of his eyeballs and cocaine into the other.
Seems a little intense.
Next to that, Rivasholian radio personality Guillaume Bevy stands in front of a rundown drug den. He's a permanent fixture on Channel 8, reporting on real-life crime and ruining cops' days.
I really must insist you buy one of the books. Reading them is not for free. Do still browse though, but not too long.
She understands she has erred against the customer and immediately corrects course.
I'm sorry, I did not mean to rush you. You are browsing. Go ahead, take your time. Time is commerce.
Dude, I don't have any money.
I would say... The Greatest Innocence. Yes, most certainly. It's an important educational tool, delving into the depths of history, religion, and their relation to innocentic power. A very influential historical figure. But surely I don't have to tell you that. You're a law officer, and law officers have...
Absolutely, totally.
The book is also very daring. The author aims to re-examine the universal understandings of the innocentic system, creating a fresh vantage point and a shift in the tired order of things.
Do you recommend it?
Certainly. It's prudent for a person to have at least an elementary understanding.
Sure, bro.
You feel like you should get this one. Definitely. It's important somehow. There's something personal inside.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind. Where's the romance ones, bruh?
This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance, and biographies of famous people.
Paranatural.
There's also a wide range of paranatural literature.
Sir, please, no browsing in that shelf. That wisdom is not for free. I can't have you end up, like, opening a police store next door and stealing my customers.
A police store?
Amidst the various books, you find one written by someone named Matthias W. Dundas. It's about wholeness, unity, balance. The point of the book, and many others on the shelf, is to give people medicinal advice in situations where they don't have access to paid health services. It serves platitudes, while also telling everyone that traditional medicine, the kind people don't have access to, and which costs more than this book, is garbage, and would only give you cancer anyway, without even curing the cold or anything. Wholeness, unity, balance, on the other hand, can basically take care of anything, though it is important to note. When it's up to your mind to heal yourself, then it's because of your mind that you're ill in the first place. The book features chapters on topics such as how to find magnesium. It even lists plants you can harvest magnesium from. How to continue drinking if you're an alcoholic who has destroyed his liver. And there's even a chapter on the ancient Seraïs tradition of using duck gallbladder preservatives to treat and prevent sexually transmitted diseases. Pre and post factum apply. Nothing worth buying. This is just mundane garbage. What's even paranatural about this? You sense something ominous emanating from the shelf, but it lacks form and substance. And soon enough, you lose track of it.
How am I gonna fail a 92% check, bro? This is rigged.
This bookstore is not strictly about You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only. Nothing. Now please go back to browsing the books. Don't you feel compelled to look at the books? The books are all you care about.
Oddly enough, the more she tries to draw you away from the curtains, the more alluring they become. You see some kind of charm, an irregular polyhedron assembled from bones, sticks, and straw. Inside, a disturbing fish head with empty eye sockets stares at you. This is a traditional Seminese ward, meant to provide protection against ill luck, bad dreams, curses, and other supernatural scourges. Inhabitants of Île de Fantôme, the Seminine Islands down south. Aside from poking at it suspiciously, there is nothing else to do with the fish head charm at this time. The curtains remain shut before you. The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian on the cover. Nearly all the titles contain the word Heimdall somewhere.
Oh, Man from Heimdall. A very popular series of adventure novels. They're awfully immoral and violent books. Blood and violence, scantily clad women, epic narratives, all those mystical things he encounters. They're bound to grab those with little imagination and nothing to do.
Sounds like anime to me.
What does it matter? They're all the same. However, the customer is always right, they say. If you're a novice of the series, recommend Hjelmdalaman, the man from Hjelmdal. It's supposed to be a good introduction to the series.
Rows and rows of Hjelmdalamen blur your vision. You make out some titles. Man from Hjelmdal and the Mammoth Riders. Maybe 100. Man from Hjelmdal and the sages at the end of the... Not even close. Man from Hjelmdal in hell. Man from Hjelmdal and the forest of slaves. Man from Hjelmdal under the lake. A twinge at the back of your head makes you flinch. Your eye starts twitching. Your hand reaches toward a book with glossy cover art of the very muscular man from Hjelmdal in chains, kneeling in front of a
Shield
staircase
hero?
leading to a throne. A woman sits on the throne, leering at the man. She's laughing at him, belittling.
My ex-wife?
The throne and the Hjelmdala man lies a bonfire, casting shadows on the wall. The shadow of the woman's headdress looks like a pair of devil horns. The title reads, Man from Hjelmdal and the Devil Woman. Especially those leering types who seem to wear nothing but an armored bikini. There's also some sort of a snake lizard beast slithering around her abdomen, chest, shoulder region. The display rack before you is burdened under piles of Man from Hjelmdal novels. A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages. A lot of
Wonderful board games, sir. The Bitic Braubritter is a fun game of economic competition.
Who are you going to play board games with? Do you have friends or family? Are you actually friends? Or just colleagues thrown together by circumstance?
Then you're a lucky man, officer. Children are the greatest of treasures. For playing with friends, I'd recommend Suzerainty. It's a civilization building game where you build a civilization, then set off to brutally colonize and repress other civilizations. It'll cost 12 real. Lousy auras there. No, role-playing games are popular among those types. You know, who are into those kind of things. I've heard they turn people into occult enthusiasts.
Satanic
And
Panic.
they have rituals where they try to summon entities. Highly immoral.
An endless variety of source books, lore book. There's also a large hardbound tome with intricate cover art. The Hunters of There's a box that says Wirral, 3rd edition mega setting supplements module. The side panel notes, a fantastic adventure board game. New maps and miniatures. A sticker on it displays 25 real.
Very expensive. I don't have any money, so...
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime, Romance.
Yeah, I hate to leave without buying anything. It's a little rude, but I don't have any money. Show. Let's go.
The sight of bullet holes stirs something in you, making you forget the lieutenant's surname. The faded marks are too degraded to draw any forensic conclusions. Just chips in the sandstone.
Bullet holes.
There? Those are old.
From the revolution.
Yes, the one that happened half a century ago. Those bullets were fired during the revolution and do not warrant an investigation by officers of civil law. Not much. I don't have a fresh perspective on it. Shall we go?
Sure, man. Can I swim? Do I know how to swim? I have a bag now. Why won't you let me pick up the bottles? Notes. That's way too far. What's in this? Looks interesting. Oh, it's that fucking.
Are you trying to sneak up on me? Come to slit my throat in my sleep?
Dude, I don't care.
To take me out? Trying to snuff me out?
No, why would you even say
Then
that?
why are you sneaking up on me like that? It's not a good idea to scare me, pig. Not a good idea at all.
Alright, man. I don't have time for you.
There must be another
Oh
way
my
into the building.
God, what the hell? Why did you just...
Hey, what's that noise down there?
Thanks for scaring the shit out of me, dude. Orange bum hat. Could be a witness, but how am I supposed to get up there? Oh shoot, I can sprint? Bruh. What's up, bruh?
A striking woman leans against the cabin top of her sailing boat, smiling as you approach. Her green raincoat glistens with droplets. A silk scarf is tied around her throat.
Good morning, officers. I'm Joyce. Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbour. You gentlemen must be from the RCM. I'm glad to see you here. I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCM in this matter, I will, gladly.
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from an unusual medical episode. Very unusual. But I can assure you of his ultimate competency.
I'm sure I won't
There's a
make
trace
a
of
fool of
irony
myself.
in his voice. Mischief even. The lieutenant is hatching some scheme.
I trust him.
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation, and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines group.
It's hard to get a read on her precise disposition, but she appears helpful.
Man, I'm fucking going around asking for money.
What we do. I'm afraid I don't speak for Wild Pines as a whole. It's a giant undertaking. The Pines' core competency is logistics. Container shipping, freight, that sort of thing. See those airships there, blinking? Those are the shipping side of things, and that is the terminal. Another subdivision deals with energy, oil and gas exploration, offshore platforms.
The Wild Pines group is one of the original Revacholian Indo tribes. companies awarded royal monopolies by the king, the suzerain himself, centuries ago. The king is long gone, but several of the enterprises remain. She enjoys talking about the company. It would not hurt to inquire more. Son Baptiste, elysium, an unknown entity known as Brightest Star.
Why, thank you. I'm not at liberty to discuss the company balance sheet, but I can tell you that last year, the company booked more than 20 billion real in revenue.
That's cool. I've not a cent to my name.
Billion?
It's so much less than that.
Yes, past a certain point, numbers begin to seem imaginary, but they are quite real for the 72,000 employees who depend on Wild Pines for their paychecks. A conglomerate the size of Wild Pines is like a shark. If it stops moving and growing, it will die. Then what becomes of those 72,000 families? It is a tremendous responsibility. They started as an exploration and cargo fleet conducting trade between the Samaran and Insulindian Isolas 250 years ago, when centuries of care, deliberation and madness have gone into this endeavor. Vessels pass through the great unrest to re-emerge with apricots in tow. The logic of the system is totalizing. It's taken everything from its employees to build it. You know more than you let on. Certainly it helped, but most of the original Indo tribes have failed or been absorbed. To survive, Wild Pines had to grow and adapt. No suzerain did that. You mean aside from being the terminal's legal owners, who are responsible for moving 8% of the world's cargo?
It's quite a lot.
There are no minor cogs in the system. Each terminal must be accounted for, lest the entire system break. Every hiccup in such a system means thousands lose their jobs, the world over. I'm here to assure that doesn't happen.
You seem to be a lawful good
With your
person.
help, hopefully, says her warm tone.
What can you tell me about this strike?
Everything. Right up to, but not including, trade secrets.
What is your role in this process?
I believe the official title is Senior Labor Negotiator. In practice, I'm a grocery clerk. I relay the union's demands to Wild Pines and return with Wild Pines' counteroffer.
And how are the talks going?
They're not. That's the problem. The union stopped all negotiations a week ago, after that awful lynching took place. Now they won't even let me into the harbor. There's a 2-meter 20 racist behemoth blocking the gates.
What?
What can I say? The union employs a giant covered in tattoos. A racist giant. I guess
Racist
that's
against
part of
who?
their big tent organization now. Let's say I was not making the kind of progress I'd hoped for when I first arrived.
And when did you first arrive?
I arrived 3 weeks ago. Yes, in the middle of February. The bay was still partially frozen then. I prefer to do these things on site, like the RCM.
But the strike began in December.
I wasn't the original negotiator here. I took over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss. Mr. Clare refused to speak with Gaumont despite concessions he'd granted the union in prior negotiations.
This isn't the first time the union has gone on strike.
Heavens no. There have been 2 prior strikes. Both times the union won significant concessions, including overtime pay and a medical plan. This time their demands are more, I guess you could say, aggressive. Mr. Clare told him to... how did he put it?
Kill himself.
Fuck off, midget.
Same thing.
Gaumont is short of stature, you see.
Not cool.
Keep in mind, this is a negotiator Mr. Clare has worked with before, and who was more than fair with him and the union.
Sounds like usual aggressive posture.
What are their
There are
demands?
leaflets everywhere, and banners. What did they say again? Oh yes.
Fuck the police.
Every worker, a member of the board.
Over-aggressive commie posture. Cool.
In its defense, another said, demand democracy. Pretty tame stuff compared to every worker a member of the board.
Most of them probably don't even know what that means.
Fortunately, they explained it. Every time the Wild Pines group makes a decision about anything, it needs the signature of each of the 2,200 workers in its Martinez terminal.
Doesn't that mean you get nothing accomplished?
Just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings of the 72,000 employees of Wild Pines Group.
Words can't be kings, the king is king.
That may well be. It's not up to me to decide who is king, but as negotiations go, it's not a swell start. I'm not sure. Naturally, I assume that was just their opening position, a hard-nosed tactic with a side of mockery. But there's been no follow-up, just the same nonsensical slogan repeated over and over again. And now, people are getting lynched, I hear. Behind the whirling in rags. A disastrous situation if there ever was one.
Excuse me, from whom did you hear about this mention?
I first heard it from the bowyer at the gates, the one whose very name advertises his aversion to work. I think he said it was, "Call me mañana."
This checks out.
Everard Clare is a man of the utmost integrity. If you can say one thing about him, it's that he always puts the interests of the workers first. Of course not. Everard is fantastically corrupt. I imagine he has a thick, viscous goo where you and I have blood.
Is that bad?
He is the most corrupt individual I have ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a living. If there is anyone more venal, more irredeemably nepotistic, then it's his twin brother, Edgar.
Wait, there are two of them? That's
Yes.
funny.
Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. He also talks exactly like Everard does, and when one's term as foreman is up, the other takes over. It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see, with a funny little switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled God knows how much of their workers' dues. The Débardeurs Union was once a perfectly normal institution. 20 years ago, anyway. It must not have been organized labor at its best, as they say. Then something happened in the local...
A mob. The Débardeurs are a crime syndicate. Sad as it may be, I suspect we'll be forced to cooperate with them.
Refreshingly honest, officer. The company has tried appeasing in the past, but I'm afraid our concessions have only emboldened Everard and his brother. And your opinion, detective, if I may ask? I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you say the Débardeurs Union is...
Trying to reach something life out of Revachol. Maybe not that much, but it's a socialist mob.
Thank you for being candid. Sadly, Wild Pines have cooperated with what amounts to a crime syndicate for 2 decades. However much you feed the wolf always hungers. I'm glad you asked. There was a woman, the previous forewoman of the union. She disappeared.
Disappeared?
Yes. On the last day of the local chapter elections, her daughter phoned in and said she wasn't running anymore, or coming to work. Ever. End of story.
Here.
Indeed. The company suspects foul play, but there's nothing they could do. It was a union matter. The point of the presentation is, these kinds of things happen.
Why don't I just,
around
like,
Claire's.
shoot one of them?
Watch out when you're dealing with him.
Thank you for your concern, man. We'll be just fine.
Of course. How else can I help?
You're on a boat.
Why, yes I am.
Do you have a name?
The boat? No. It is called Cor de Lady 19 because that's the type of sloop it is.
The word "it" feels strange.
Cool, but your
deserves a proper
boat really needs a name.
Okay. How about Cor de Lady 19? Why? Because it was manufactured in Revachol East by a company called Cor de Lady, and its hull is 19 paces long.
How about Dolores?
Why Dolores?
I don't know, she feels pretty.
Well, it means nothing to me. I think I'll stick with a factory name. But thank you for the suggestion. It's a pleasure craft. A 19 pacer. It also happens to be rated for Category 1 racing. though these days I mainly use it for business. Okay. How? Because it was manufactured in Revachol East by a company called Cordeleche, and
Right.
its hull is 19 paces long.
The sleek fish.
What?
The sleek.
I think I'll stick with the factory name.
No, no.
Because
We can
it was
do this.
manufactured in the X something. The X what?
The ex. The ex-wife. The executor.
Oh, I do like the sound of that. It sounds so decisive, so powerful.
Hey.
Okay, because it was manufactured. The X something. The X what?
The ex-wife.
Thank you for the suggestion. I see the word has emotional resonance for you. For me, sadly, none. So I will stick with the factory name. Okay, because it was the X. Very absurd. Thank you for the suggestion. Okay, because it was manufactured in the X. Oh, I do like the sound of that. Powerful. My sloop? I like it a lot. It's the eel's hips, baby.
Bee's knees.
I'm enjoying this part of the interview. It has solid investigating.
I really do, the lieutenant thinks. Is she thrown off yet? He's looking at the woman, assessing her.
What a lot of boats are there?
Of course there are. We're on an archipelago. How else are you supposed to get around?
Wait, for an archipelago?
Yes, we are. We are on Le Caillou.
Still.
I haven't seen anyone else drive a souped-up Capri Kenema motor carriage either.
Actually, that motor carriage has been specially issued to serve as a patrol and pursuit vehicle. It's for crossing long distances in the greater Revachol industrial harbor. It's not a toy.
Neither is this. A toy, I mean. It's a machine for crossing long distances in the...
She's having a good time arguing against the law. Too good, perhaps.
Do you have a license for this boat?
Officer, I assure you, I'm a highly qualified pleasure craft operator.
The crowns of her teeth are porcelain, white as the boat's hull as she smiles. Her nonchalance might be related to something called the Wayfarer Act, a law that says she doesn't need a license. Sly Fox, you're not aggressive enough to harass her further on this.
Good.
But snitching.
Quite a few things, I'm afraid. The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers.
Uh-oh.
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced ourselves. I am Lieutenant Kitsuragi from Precinct 57, and this is my colleague from Precinct 41. I'm afraid he doesn't have his badge at the moment. I hope mine will suffice.
How curious. Why is that, Detective?
Awkwardness washes over the conversation. The woman doesn't like this turn of events.
Yeah.
I see. So, are you saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode?
Yes.
I can't hear you, darling. Speak up, please.
See, so this one paints me as an idiot, and this one paints me as incompetent. Neither of which are,
Oh dear. Some kind of encephalopathic amnesia. I don't even know how to respond. I do believe you, naive as that may sound. I simply can't imagine what you gain by faking such a condition.
As I said, his technique may be very unconventional, but he is an officer of the RCM.
Of course, I sympathize, but I'm afraid I simply can't share anything more until I've seen that badge.
That's fair.
Hang on. She's a professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement.
How do I negotiate my way out of this?
She's a negotiator. Just float a favor at her. Insinuate.
I will be frank with you. If I'm going to break protocol, I need to be able to justify it to my superiors. They're going to want to see something very tangible.
You're in, but expect her to drive a hard bargain.
Reports from inside Terminal B suggest it's the hub for the local drug trade. This is an open secret in Martinez. The Union controls the terminal, so it goes to reason.
They're profiting from this trade.
The company has tried looking into this matter before, to no avail. Perhaps someone with your authority and resources might turn over the right stones. Or you can recover your badge. Though if I may be blunt with you, it sounds like that may be a lost cause.
Detective, a word in private before we continue.
Excuse us for a moment. You, my boy.
This is not going quite as I wanted it, Detective. Honestly, I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance, and not volunteer us to be her henchmen.
Oh, so we're henchmen now.
This woman is running circles around us. She might have known about your misplaced badge all along, or she's simply an adept improviser. Either way, we've played straight into her hands.
He doesn't let it show, but there is a limit to how much the consequences of your unprofessional behavior can cost the investigation.
We could just, find my badge.
Oh, that would be fantastic, but do we have the time? The world is large and your badge is 8 by 6 centimeters. You could request a new one from the station, but that would literally take months.
What do you propose, my boy?
No. If there is reasonable suspicion, we must investigate. Otherwise, she could claim we are siding with the Union, or that we are on their take. We'd never hear the end of it. What I propose is, we ask her, then we investigate, briefly. But do not share the outcome of this investigation with her. We tell her it's done, and demand for her information on the lynching. I'm sure you will, Detective.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? This reality. Ah, yes. The episode. Sounds like an acute case of encephalopathy, now that I think of it.
Don't be phased, madame. He functions perfectly well. He only needs a lowdown on all of reality.
We may be here a while then. Ask away, officer. I'll help however I can.
All right, we're in. I know these all look good, but begin with the first, okay?
What is...
It remains a mystery what you mean by this something close. This isn't about you. It's about reality.
Where are we?
We're in Martinez, baby.
Baby?
A casual term of endearment popular among the 50-plus crowd. It's a disco holdover, pay it no heed.
I'm a disco holdover myself.
Aren't we all? Martinez is a district of Revachol. A very small district tucked away near the industrial harbour. North of the 881 and Jamrock. You would be excused for not knowing about it. Unimportant, they say. Forgotten, even. Shelled to smithereens during the Revolution. It has its charms, just not this time of year.
Tell me more about Martinez.
I'm not a good ambassador. I've only been here once before. As a teenager. This place used to be a province. A workers' resort before the city swallowed it and the artillery did its work. The reeds are it's not really a sea, it's the Bay of Revachol. And the bay feeds into the ocean. Yes, we're on an island in an ocean. The world's largest body of water. The Insulindic.
Known to the early Revacholians as Les Immensités Bleues, the blue immensity.
Yeah, that's French.
Vast, lukewarm, and unmovable, flowing in and out of sight.
Caillou, as you
like the baby?
know. Imagine a pebble. A smoothed over pebble amidst a great blue sea, misshapen, cracked. The cracks are the river Esperance. We're in the delta of this river on the 6th branch, the Martinez distributary.
It is clear this pebble is of enormous value to her.
Revachol? Revachol is what you call a city. Great kind.
As if it's self-explanatory, beyond patriotism, a fact.
History detective. They built this city to resolve history. Our part in it, at least. Our centuries. The nations of the Occident, or migrant workers from Seminine and Ile Marat, depending on your creed.
These are really cool names. Are they real? They might be. I don't know. This seems to be alternate history? Or maybe not. No, this is completely different. But it's a curious world. When was Revachol built?
DeLorean century. 380 years ago. They say it's where the terrible questions of our time will be answered. The tensions are highest, the fault lines deepest. By that I mean conflicts. Ideological conflicts. The stuff of men. We are standing on a fertile, self-sufficient island able to sustain up to 200 million people in the middle of the Insulindic Ocean, the world's connective tissue. It's where the money is.
So we're center of the world.
We're quite a way off. About 22 kilometers from the center of the world. That soldering iron is the Bank of the World building. The bottom floors are INSICOM. Coalition government, Insulindian Mission Command.
Silence. She lowers her hand. The water, the light. It's as though you're seeing it for the first time. There is no recognition. Only the immensity of the sea and the cold radiating from it. She observes your eyes scanning the horizon, then breaks the silence slowly. This is one thought you need to complete. Where are you?
Was there something else you wanted to know? I remember something about a lowdown.
This has been informative. Thank you, ma'am. I'm sure my memory-impaired partner has many more questions to ask, about even more fundamental aspects of reality. Might I suggest not asking them all right now? And Monsieur will be here later too, tomorrow. Isn't that true, ma'am?
Absolutely. My commitment here is long-term.
Wanna be lazy?
Oh, of course not. You are already diligent for getting this far, and diligent boys remember where they left off.
Kind of patronized,
Indeed.
but okay.
I'm always at your service.
Okay.
Glad to have been of assistance.
Okay.
That I know. Anything else?
Money.
Is what you want to say, but it isn't that easy, is it?
Yeah, it's not.
Look at that lady. Take a gander. Squint your eyes, bub.
What nice fabrics.
Why, yes. Tucked away under that sturdy green raincoat, almost rustic in its simplicity, a silk shirt and matching scarf around her gentle throat, while dull orange pearls hang from her earlobes, red from the cold. Her light green eyes scan you, full of knowledge and worry, wealth and all its possibilities. Now look at you, you misery-clad simian, barely able to tie your own laces. Your armpits are lakes, a scythe of booze precedes you, your hair sticks to your forehead, and your underwear feels uncut. You're poor, poor as balls. You can't ask this person for money. You're too.
My goddamn workman, I'm not ashamed to shake this leech for some. That's ashamed.
Yes, you're too ashamed to ask this person for money. Too scared to belittle yourself in her eyes. Those half-precious stones are loading in. Oh God, the lieutenant is here too. Do not dishonor the force.
As I was saying, if there's any way I may be of assistance, please don't hesitate to ask.
Do I want to do it? Bro, I'm kind of light on cash.
I am sorry. It just doesn't come out of your mouth. What does is...
money.
Excuse me? I didn't hear you. Did you say money? Of course.
Damn you.
It's quite straightforward. Someone is using Terminal B to smuggle raw ingredients from the Samaran Isola into Revachol with the Union's blessing. Wild Pines has suspected it for years.
Ingredients for what, ma'am?
Meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL and various synthetic psychedelics. Honestly, it might be quicker to say what you can't make from the stuff. Yes, after they clear the terminal, we lose track. The actual production is taking place at various sites in and around.
Wild Pine seems to be well apprised of the local drug trade, ma'am. Do you mean to say the union also produces the product? Sells drugs, I mean?
We're in logistics. It's our business to know. And no. As far as the company knows, the union does not produce it. They transport the ingredients for a cut. Yes, but you won't get anything out of Evrat and the dock workers union. Still, every chain has its weak link.
We're gonna need bolt cutters for this.
Unlikely, officer. I'm talking about the lorries. Once the ingredients reach Jamrock, they're distributed to a network of local manufacturers.
Sounds like
well
Kuno.
beyond our grasp. But in transit, they may be vulnerable. Perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam at the roundabout just now. Interview the drivers who are still hanging about. One of them might be waiting for a crucial shipment. I'll be explicit. If you find this driver, I will share company secrets with you.
You'll be indebted to her, in a way. But one step ahead of the union in another.
We did. On more than one occasion. Apparently there's some...
We know the company has launched its own probe into the union's alleged involvement.
Well, here's your chance, officers. No. We asked East Motor Track to raise the drawbridge. The road company is a partner of one of our subsidiaries. However, this is a limited time opportunity. Once the complaint has been processed by the Trade Committee, they'll have no choice but to lower the drawbridge, and the operation will continue. Thousands of liters of raw ingredients will pour onto the streets of Revachol. Not the east across the river, but the west. The vulnerable, the weary.
Well, at least this solves one mystery.
What is that, Lieutenant?
Why I had to call East Motor Track and beg them to open the drawbridge for me. I'd wonder since I first drove in, on my motor carriage.
I am sorry for the inconvenience, Lieutenant Kisaragi, but we need them trapped here. This is a unique opportunity. I'm sure you understand.
Proof do you have?
How do you think they're financing this strike? There are thousands of unpaid dock workers going strong for the 4th month straight.
There was a shakedown of local businesses preceding the strike. Many were squeezed to bankruptcy to fund it.
With all due respect to these desert cacti, the contents of a few cash registers cannot provide for 2,000 men. The local businesses can scarcely provide for themselves. Precisely. Smuggled out of that very gate at night, most likely.
It sounds like she tried looking into it herself, but she's clearly not the type your typical lorryman would confide in.
Okay.
Yes? Excellent. According to my reports, there are at least 3 lorry drivers lingering near the roundabout. Hopefully one of them will know something. It may come to nothing, or it may just blow the case wide open. I can keep the drawbridge up for a few more days at least. You should have the time you need. In the meantime, let me know if there's any other way I may be of assistance. Of course, Detective. Take care.
Okay. Logic. Deduction. Do I just... Okay. Maybe. And away we go.
worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when Lieutenant Kitsuragi is gone.
Oh, this is still the tutorial. Or was that just... No, we're not in the tutorial. That was just a tutorial agent. Here I thought. What's up, bruh?
G'day to you, officers.
A burly man hangs out by the waterlock, carving up a generous serving of salami with an old hunter's knife. His eyes are fixed on a man stranded on the other side of the waterlock and on an enormous billboard that has fallen down into the canal between them.
What are you doing here, man of the waterlock?
My friend Barry the Butcher is stuck on the other side of the waterlock. I'm keeping him company and eating his salami.
Yo. Nice.
From the corner of your eye, you see a man in a yellow shirt and grey overalls waving at you from across the canal. He seems disappointed about the wreckage on the waterlock and the salami.
Very good stuff. Anything I can do for you, officer? I wasn't here to witness it, but those look like tire tracks on that side. Weird, huh? Then again, plenty of daredevil drivers in Revachol.
The words Daredevil Driver sound ominous to you.
Too bad it also takes a year and a day to repair, especially a waterlock. The rest of the coast is closed off till then. Well, there's the fishing village, an abandoned fish market, a bizarro church. Not much use to the congregation though. There always seems to be something wrong with it. Yeah, not really much else. Just bombed out ruins.
Right, that's it.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unyielding in their duty. Try to find something pretty and cool here, then use it to win her back. Everything you pick out seems faded, chipped, and sad somehow. Most of them are just broken toys. Yes, buy something nice. A figurine. This sounds off. You shouldn't trust this guy.
No.
Big men on big horses, clad in lamella.
A Franco-Nigerian knight. I used to be very serious about these guys.
A long, long time ago. They're not all blue. These figurines also wear gold coats and caps, complemented by orange.
Which ones? Ah, those. Yes, they are. I find the paint job a bit gaudy, but children like the bright colours indiscriminately.
This set of soldiers isn't meant to look impressive. A few have rifles, but...
You're probably talking about the revolutionaries, yes? Yes, they are soldiers, revolutionary soldiers. I think their poverty has been exaggerated for effect. When you place them next to the royalists, it doesn't seem like they could possibly win. Okay, I don't like either set too much, to be honest.
He seems to have his own take on the conflict played out in perpetuity by these toys. Might be interesting to find out what it is.
It's not often that I see officers from the RCM in my pawn shop. What can I do for you?
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light across the walls of the shop.
I haven't had any problems myself, though some of my customers have complained about inconsistent law enforcement.
Who are your customers usually?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travelers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake, people who are terminally bored. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from. It keeps me entertained.
Feeling warm and enthralled by the movement of light.
How am I gonna get these fucking 1 out of 4 things right?
Lucky bastard. He's
and then get 90% wrong.
It's tough to come by on the street. A drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelic side effects, and it makes your eyes turn yellow.
How would I know?
There's a note of indignation in his voice. Interesting. Those triangle patches on his vest, you have a feeling they mean something, like they're similar to the halogen rectangle on your jacket.
I've had to take it, you know, since the People's Pile Cleaner. I was with the Emergency Relief Brigade.
He's taken for mental and emotional, not physical pain these days.
The cleanup happened 15 years ago. I was young, so I came to Martinez. People told me don't go there. It's a shithole. I said, people, we just had a nuclear pile meltdown. I'm gonna get as far away from Forberg as I can. Still in the same city, but there's a reason why everyone's tried to forget any of so much disappointment. An early death. Cancer mostly. No one's. Everyone's.
So much bitterness.
A bunch of poor people built themselves a primitive nuclear reactor, hoping for the best. What do you think is going to happen? We were an all-volunteer force. I lived by the river since I was a small boy. There wasn't much the volunteer force could do, however. We wasted years in the river mud. Years getting sick. A bad idea. Some poor leftist built a particle decay generator in hopes of bringing affordable electricity to underserved communities. It malfunctioned. Radioactive waste everywhere. Probably some of it in you too. I like the theory more than the story. Outward movement, not vortices.
Yeah, you gotta get in on those vortices, my man.
Let me have a look. Somebody's summer dinghy rates is 31. What a pleasant time that was. So, what do you want to know? Price? I can give you $3.20 for it. A pin from 31 ought to be priced at $3.10, but I added another 10 cents just to be nice. Sure, I can keep it behind the counter for a week, but only if you pawn it right now. Sure thing. So, do you want to sell anything? Anything else you're thinking of selling? I'm not purchasing any more clothing at the moment, and especially that tie. It swallows photons around it. I have have no need for necrotic objects.
Okay, so there's actually something
Your
beside.
mother is a necrotic object. I'm fun. Look at me sparkle in the light of the projector.
Another time, perhaps. I doubt it, but I can try and answer any questions you may have. I do my best to keep my distance from all manner of butchery. Bad for business, bad for everyone.
The pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the dancing colors.
You said you'd done it before, yeah?
It's almost like he's worried for you. The lieutenant steps away, pretending to admire some of the knickknacks on display. Looks like he doesn't want to get involved. Go ahead then, he thinks. As long as you can walk straight, I don't care.
I don't remember.
Here you go, man.
Not so sure about this.
Wait, why wouldn't I be sure?
Because it's an anti-radiation drug, and you're a cop. Not a post-apocalyptic scavenger.
Thanks, man.
Of course.
What if I wanted to sell it? Anyways, I'm not planning on doing drugs. I just wanted it in my inventory.
Yes?
Nothing. Nothing at all. I have a little bit of money to my name now. 3 reals. 100 something more, and we're all gooch. You there, sir.
Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape.
Honey, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the game, alright?
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that. We're both old. Now stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. Don't ask questions. Shoot first. Ask questions never. No, you got this. There's the ball. You're the game.
Is it gonna work? Hey. Bingo, bango, bongo. Watch this.
You are immediately surprised by the ball's lack of weight. No matter, you'll make it work. The cold metal ball is surprisingly smooth against your neck. It has a pattern on it, probably a sponsored ball. Yours will only be covered with bumps of learning and scars of victory. Already, your muscles are adjusting to the weight, the nervous system calibrated, until you and the ball have merged into a single entity. The man ball is ready. A chilly breeze ruffles your hair as you stand there, feet firmly planted. All sounds, smells, even the wind, everything fades until the only thing left is the union of man and ball.
Yeah, I am the ball. I am speed. Yeet. Hey, how'd I do?
Merde! Bordel de merde! What the hell is your problem?
Little weak.
I don't care if you are a cop. You do not just ruin someone's game. It's so goddamn disrespectful.
Wait, what?
You vandalized our game, son. You can't play petanque with 5 bull.
P-Tank? The shot
Well,
put.
it damn well isn't. It's petanque. You ruined a petanque game. We want our bull back.
Take it easy, René. This is just a misunderstanding, isn't it, officer? No harm done.
Of course there's harm done, you orange slug. You owe us a goddamn bull. Good. mistakes are forgiven. Men at least try to right their wrongs. I believe you would try. Now, why did you approach us?
Just talk. It'll smooth things over. Old people like attention.
Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals, I have no grounds about assisting law enforcement. But this affair has passed me by completely. In Martinez, the union is the law. Can you really blame them? Cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the contrary, I admire the effort to bring order to our streets. If I knew, I would not be afraid to tell you. I simply don't. I'm an old man, not a coward. The daily business of the riffraff no longer concerns me.
This is a man with a lot of past, but little present, and almost no future.
Yes. The terrain here provides an interesting variety to a familiar game. Yes. It was left by heavy artillery fire. Why what? Because that's what happens when communists hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership, and turn your capital into a slaughterhouse. You use heavy ordnance to clean up your home. Commies, communists, socialists, anarchists, call them what you like. They just chose the name to feel special. Senseless sentimentality. Sadly, no. It was the foreigners who brought them to their knees. We fought valiantly. Too valiantly. So valiantly we got licked. Should have fought dirty, like they did with their suicide sex cult propaganda.
What?
And mad anarchist women strapped to shrapnel bombs. We didn't so, and we lacked caliber. God bless him, but the suzerain's cannons simply weren't big enough. Because this place is a damn beachhead. Had to soften the commies up first. Yes, the military coordinated amphibious landing to take back Revachol.
He finds your lack of historic knowledge troubling. A sign of mental deterioration in the preceding generation.
Martinez was used as one of the 3 footholds in Revachol during Operation Deathblow in 08. The other 2 are off in Stella Maris and the Delta. This here is Blood Ground, where coalition boots first made landfall and cleaned those rabid dogs out. Most likely, we plagued Betonk and their mangled corpses.
Blood ground. You got old René going there. Like he isn't hungry enough already.
Don't get me wrong, officer. I hate those foreign dogs, but the enemy of my enemy and all that. They're the lesser evil. Damn right, son. They laid the fire of hell on the city before they stormed it. And it worked too. The rest of the city